Just going to show you, I'm starting to do a lace book for Belinda of Koala Krafts. I've not really felt much like crafting the last few days, but I'm getting back into it now. Can't keep me down for long. It's just not in my nature. So, and then I watched Sonya's video this morning about the lace book that she's sending to Lillian, and it's re-inspired me to really get on with it, because it's so beautiful. Honestly, Lillian, is it Lillian? I hope I've got the name right. Anyway, that Sonya did is absolutely stunning. So I've had these things and this material put to one side for Belinda for weeks, to be honest, and then with my craft fair and then with recent events, I've just not got round to it. So I'm on with it now. So hopefully she should get it by Easter. Right, so what I've done is, my main inspiration of how to construct this, I'm doing it by constructing the front and back and the pages first, rather than decorating all the pages and then putting it together. And my main inspiration is come from Lollydollycrafts, from how she's done hers. Now, I'm sure she's got inspiration off other ladies, but I've got the inspiration from her. So if you want to hop along to Lollydollycrafts channel and have a look, and then she'll tell you where she's got inspired, and then I'm not like missing anybody out, because I can't remember everybody. There's that many out there, but that's where I've been inspired from. Okay, and she'll show you right from needle to thread how to do it, and it's quite enjoyable to watch as well. So yeah, so what I've done is I've got my material, and I've started off with, I'm scrimping. I'm quite good at sourcing cheap stuff. Some people are really good at decorating things. I'm really good at finding everything cheap. So I'm racking my brains of what to do, and I found some material the other week, and it's lovely, 100% cotton, and it's really nice thick material, because I wanted it to be thick for the background. And this is actually, it's just an Oxford pillowcase that I picked up in a charity shop for 30p. Brought it home, ball washed it, pressed it, and it's really good quality, you can tell. It's really nice. And it's got this like satiny embroidered border all the way around. So what I did was I just cut it in half, because obviously they're huge, aren't they, these Oxford pillowcases. So I've cut it in half. Now I want the front and the back pages of this lace book to be a little bit padded. That's just how I want to do it. Some are and some aren't. This one's going to be. So I've cut the pillowcase in half, and then I've folded the piece in half again. And then I'll fold it again. And that is the front and back cover. Okay? So what I've done is, on the first fold, I've put inside some wadding. Now, I don't agree in buying stuff if you've already got it in, so I thought, right, I've got a quilt that I have stashed in my garage, all washed, and I've taken all the linings off and everything, and I just use the wadding if I want anything stuffing or anything. So that's where that's come from. It's a recycled quilt. So basically I'm just sandwiching that in between this folded up pillowcase, and I've machined all the way around really neatly. Okay, and that's what I've done. Oh, sorry, I've missed a stage out. What I did was to, so that this didn't move about inside the cotton, inside the sandwich, I just put a little bit of this over the wadding and just put it on. Now, I'm not overly keen on this glue, because the bottle design is absolute pants, right? Because the minute you open it, you lose the little bobbly thing that's meant to go on end, and it just gunks up, and it's rubbish, and it's pants. So I've fallen out with it. I don't like it, and I won't buy it ever again, but I'll use it. And it has been good, because it stuck the wadding down, and it's left no trace. You can't see any lumps of glue or any marks or anything. So it's been quite good. So I've just made a big wadding sandwich. So you end up with just a great big wadding sandwich like that. So I've machined it all the way around, and it's really nice and neat. So it's going to be like that. I'm having the border at the bottom and up the side and then the top will be plain like that because I'm going to maybe run some lace across the top, and you might put flowers there and what have you, so I'll have the fancy bit here. Now, what if you look at Lollydollycrafts tutorial, what she does is, to give it some structure rather than it just being like a folded over floppy thing. I mean, it's going to be floppy anyway because it's fabric, but you know what I mean. You run 2 stitches on your machine, two rows of stitching on your machine, like 1 inch or 2 inch, however wide you want it, to construct kind of a spine, so that when it's shut, this will have like a squared off kind of like that, you know. And then obviously when you've got all your embellishments inside, then they're not all like just flopping about, squashed together. The internal page I've constructed out of another vintage item, and it's really nice. It's a big runner of some kind, whether it's gone on a dresser or on the top of a chest of drawers or something like that. That's what it's for. It's not a table runner like a kitchen table because it's not wide enough. So it's obviously gone, like I say, on a dressing table or the top of a chest of drawers or on a piano or something like that, something narrow. And I've doubled it over and I've sewn all the way around, but I've just left the top. Is this the top? Yeah, I've left the top open there, and that's gonna be open there to make pockets. I might sew across there so that the pocket's not too deep. Otherwise, obviously, it goes all the way down. You don't really want that. So I might just run a seam, a stitch all the way across there, so that these pockets, so it creates a pocket. So, and then of course I'm going to run a 2 lines of stitch in there to create the doodah, the spine. My head is a complete shed. I'm not fit to do tutorials today. Right, so it's going to have, where am I? Am I that way or am I that way? Yeah, it's upside down, isn't it? So it's going to have the front, then the inside, then the first page, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then the back, 6. Now I think that's enough. Otherwise, you know, you're going to be sourcing lace forever and a day if you do them too much. And I don't like the ones that are really thick. I've seen one that somebody did, I can't remember who it was. But it was really thick and it was really big and it was just full of doilies, and I just thought, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was nice, but it didn't look dainty. I want it to look dainty and pretty. Sonya's looks dainty and pretty. You know, it doesn't look big and heavy and cumbersome. It's dainty and gala and pretty, and that's what I want this to be. I don't want it to be just a great big lump of crocheting and lace and just bulk. I don't want that. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing anyway. And then I'm not going to do the whole thing for her. This is a bit of a cop-out, but she did send me that beautiful wall hanging. Now, I will be the first to admit I am not good at everything, right? I'm not. So if I think somebody's better at something than me, I'd rather them do it because they're going to do a better job, obviously. And I don't like to waste things. So I don't want to do something, it end up looking pants, and then the materials are wasted. So I'll do the bit that I know I'm good at, and I'm good at sewing. I'm good at practical things. I'm good at sewing and I can construct this, but when it comes to like properly decorating it, when it's for somebody else, I'm not right confident in that. So what I'm going to do is, bit of a cop out, I'm going to do what I think, but I'm not going to do all of it, and I'm going to provide her with like a kit. So I'm going to make some flowers, and I've got some of the lovely tassel trim that I showed you the other week that I got, and some laces that I've got, and some lovely other bits and bats that I've got. And I might like get some nice laces and sew some little tiny beads on, and you know, and do nice things like that rather than actually construct the whole entire book for her. And then I'm going to give her I've got some of this lace here, which is like a lace curtain. So I'll give her some of that if she wants to put that as a layer over. And then I've got loads of this vintagey stuff. Loads of them. I pick them up. Every time I see them, I pick them up. If they're under 50p, then I'll buy them. And I normally pay about 30p for something like this. you know, and I'll buy it for the vintage lace, because to me it's worth it. And then the material as well, even though, I mean, some of these things will be 50, 60 years old, but the material is, you know, you've got good quality material back then. You know, a lot of stuff were actually made, you know, we did a lot of textiles in England back then, you know, and quality was good. You know, you didn't have all these man-made fibres that are pants. You know, so you know when you're buying vintage stuff that you're getting good quality material. And then I've got this. Now, I think I've shown this before, and I picked this up and I dived on this in a charity shop, and I think I paid 50p for it. And I'm not sure if it's lace, crochet, whatever it is. It's somewhere in between, but look at that. It's just stunning. So I'm going to send her some of this, and she can either stick it on as it is or cut it into bits. You know, you could make lovely, I mean, you've got your petals, and then these are like grapes, and then, you know, you can make several different combinations out of just one small bit of that, couldn't you? You know, so she'll be getting some of that. Now, I don't know what this kind of material is that these vintagey things come on. If anybody knows, can you tell me what it is? Because I'm a bit dense. It's not burlap, and it's not cotton. You know, and this is the same. It's like woven, isn't it? You can see the weave, and I don't know what it is. It's not linen, is it? I don't know. Can somebody tell me what it is? I wouldn't be on Mastermind me, would I, when it comes to stuff, because I ain't got a chuffing clue. So that's what I'm going to do. Because I think if I do it all myself, it'll look like a dog's chewed it. I keep going on about this dog that chews me stuff. I need to buy a dog. I haven't even got a dog. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to sew on some nice ribbon, you know, to fasten it with. I know you can use seam binding and stuff, but I've got loads of ribbon, really nice ribbon, so I think she's going to get proper stuff. I'm not having all seam binding. And I might hand sew some little beads and stuff on for her. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So I might show you in stages a few times this, like as I'm going along, and see how I go, because I can't show you from needle to thread because I ain't got a proper camera set up, which I'm working on. And also, I have verified my YouTube account. I've done everything that I can think of so that it'll let me do longer videos, and it still won't let me. So I don't know if it's because I film on my iPad and the iPad won't let me film long ones for YouTube, or if it's YouTube. So at the moment you can only have 15 minutes of me at a time, and that is it. Right, I don't think I've missed any of the process out. So hop along to Koala Krafts, have a look at her stuff. Don't need to tell any of my ladies to go to Sonya. You all know Sonya's. Sonya Steptoe, and look at her lace book that she put on today because it's stunning, and Lollydollycrafts. She's got it's at least 3 parts, I think. And obviously, of course, Fiona Jennings as well, because hers was the first fabric book, although I think it was a doily one that I saw of hers. It was the first one that I ever set eyes on. So that's where I've got my very first initial idea. Right, I'm going to have to go because I'm running out of time. It's going tick, tick, tick. So let's hope it lets me do it this time. And yeah. So I might do some more of this tonight, and I'll put another video on tomorrow of me talking absolute bubbles. And see if it don't look like a dog's chewed it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.